Okay, hi video. We're gonna start. I know, it's the most awkward thing, but okay, this week we're talking about, I'm gonna see what I wrote for the, thinking positive. Yeah,
You cannot
basically thinking positively. Yes. We're thinking about positivity. We can't talk. Compassion and belief. And then also we're gonna do mental choreography for vault and floor. But that's the only thing that we have to write down, so.
I brought 3 pieces of paper from his face.
Okay, you will probably still use it all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so first of all is compassion. And basically I'm using that as good sportsmanship. So we want to be kind and compassionate to everybody in our little circle. So our teammates and our coaches, being respectful to our coaches as well. We can do this by supporting our teammates, cheering them on at meets if they want to be cheered on. If they don't want to be cheered on, then don't. And also, especially at meets, being nice to our competitors. And so especially the people in our rotation, if you're not the only ones, if there's people from another gym in your rotation with you, help them if they need something, learn their names, and cheer them on too. So yeah, so I wrote a little note, be extra helpful, talk to them if they want to talk, and learn their names. You could follow them on Instagram or something. You just be friends, you know. What?
So what if they can't talk?
Then don't talk to them. Don't get them in trouble.
Okay. No, I'm saying what if they physically
can't talk? Well, I don't know. That'd be kind of awkward then. So, also be kind to your coaches, parents, and everybody who supports you. They're always saying to thank your parents and stuff because they make it where you're able to do gymnastics to begin with. So then belief is a big thing. So we talked about, I think we talked about in the first week, positive thinking a little bit, tight mind we talked about. So basically you have self-talk that's always, you're always saying something to yourself. So anyway, I was saying we always have self-talk going on in our heads. So you can, sometimes you can realize that while you're doing routines, you can realize you're kind of your mind is kind of going crazy with what you're thinking about.
Or you just don't think.
Okay, that's not really a problem. I don't know, maybe that is. I've heard a lot of people say they just don't think during their routines. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a bad thing.
That's me on bars.
That's a bad thing. Because then you're not thinking about any of your corrections,
I don't think I'm
any of your...
Yeah.
I was kind of good.
Oh, that's how you forget.
Well, what about before your routine?
I just think
I panic. That's what happens to
Miss
me.
Michelle's gonna be really mad at me if I don't do this.
Smile at the judges.
That's not good
You
thinking.
smile at the judges and then you get extra points. Well...
So, you want to stay aware of whether your thoughts are positive or negative. If you're thinking what if I don't make this? What if I fall off? Or what if I don't make it and then the coaches get mad at me?
That's me on
I think
being
you're all gonna
It's
die.
me.
On
Because
beam,
Melanie
actually,
threatens me
if I
before.
fall, literally the rest of my training.
See, I wouldn't think that if Melanie...
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
So, we want our thoughts always to be positive, because if they're negative, then negative thoughts lead to negative outcomes
And other
actions.
people.
Yeah,
I remember that Tamer's quote.
yeah,
That from Madeline.
yeah. So
Madeline doesn't think about that.
yeah, there's also that quote that's whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're usually right. I like
Yeah,
that
it's
quote. It's
one
something
person
like that.
thought they can and the other thought they can't. They were both right.
We should just look up
Yeah.
inspirational quotes.
Well, I have a whole board of Pinterest belief quotes, which I guess I'll just look that up right now because I might as well. For belief, believe you can and you're halfway there. Believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. I had this one on the board. Beautiful girl, you were made to do hard things, so believe in yourself. Actually, I can. And
Yeah, that one's up there. Right?
yeah, that one is up there. Working hard is important, but there is something that matters even more, believing in yourself. Which, those are kind of, honestly, equally important, but... While we hope to believe in ourselves most of the time, if you're not feeling it, just, like, you just have to fake it till you make it. That's... I mean, like, a lot of the time, I guess you can believe in yourself, like, but some days you're just kind of not feeling very confident and not really, I don't know, I guess, yeah, believing that you can do a skill, or even at like a competition, if you're not feeling very confident. We'll talk about confidence later, but yeah, you just kind of have to like put on an act and like
I wonder if you're
kind of
an actor.
you just gotta put a smile on your face and act like you're believing in yourself.
Pretend.
Yeah, I mean, it's maybe not that easy, but you have to do that because, like, it's just no fun to be all, like, depressed about
Everything.
Yeah.
Too late.
Oops.
Also, don't just believe in yourself. Like, you believe that your teammates can do, like, whatever they need to do, right?
Even if they're better than you.
Well, then obviously you believe in them.
You're
So
like, you're gonna do it perfect.
you need to show them that you believe in them.
I know.
What? Sometimes
Not quite.
you know that it's not going to be safe to try something, okay? But there's there's a fine line between knowing your limits and like holding yourself back.
But like, he didn't even touch me.
You have to push yourself, but like know when it's not going to be safe to do something, and that's kind of hard to tell. And sometimes the coaches might even tell you that you can do it, but you know in your heart that you cannot do that safe. If you know that you can do it safely, and
Like you've done it
like,
before.
well, even if you haven't, but yeah, if you have done it before, especially.
Most of the time, it's in your head.
Yeah, and so if you're
Like
gonna
a low
try
beat and a high
it,
beat.
if you're gonna try it and you like know that you can do it, but you're just scared, you have to make yourself like go for it. Because if you don't go for it, then that's not gonna be safe.
Yeah.
So
Like if you just.
yeah, if you know you can do it, you have to go for it all the way, because otherwise that's definitely not gonna be good. This is from that article that I got this from. So we know how important belief is. Think of two gymnasts walking out onto the floor for a competition. One believes she is able to hit 4 for 4. The other questions her ability. You can tell the difference in these gymnasts simply by the way they look. One has her head down, looks nervous, and performs with hesitation. The other is confident, aggressive, and relaxed. The only difference is belief. Negative thoughts are the destroyers of belief. Become aware of the way you talk to yourself and how that affects your mind and body. Be sure to do the drills, pressure sets, and numbers that are required to build belief. Act with confidence, even in times you don't believe it 100%. The old saying, fake it till you make it, is very applicable here. Sometimes acting the part can create confidence in yourself when you feel doubtful. So, the whole point of the fake it till you make it thing is basically, like, if you fake it and you're acting like you believe in yourself, then a lot of the time it's gonna like make you more confident. So especially when it comes to competition, we want to go in with a belief mindset where we know that we have the ability to stick for 4 for 4 or all of whatever events you're competing. So when we go into competitions, I'm thinking, in my mind, there's kind of a difference between belief and confidence. Belief to me is more like knowing that you have the ability to do it, and then confidence is more like like knowing, I don't know how to explain this really well, but like belief, like, yeah, knowing that you will do it, I think, and just like trusting yourself too. Confidence is more of like when you're in optional, and especially like higher level optional, there is a lot of like danger in actually like going out and competing, especially if you're not prepared for it beforehand. So that's a lot of like why this is important. What do you
Nobody
mean?
ever has backup plan.
Yeah, what do you
Oh, Mel does.
What do you mean?
Not for me.
Plan?
Yeah, but like what?
She
what do
gave
you
up
mean?
on
Like,
giving me backup plans. 'cause I can't even
specifically,
do a
like-
plan.
Like bars. No giants equals free long
okay, but
bar.
when do you come up with that? Like, when do you have that backup plan?
Yesterday.
When Melanie realized you're not ready for the new season, she's like,
Okay.
you need another plan.
Okay, yeah,
Try
okay, I get what you're saying now. So,
Try something else. Nope, not working.
so we want to come up with that backup plan now,
Yep.
and then we want to have, like, the week before the meet, we want to be doing solid routines, like, with the skills that we're going to be competing, you know? You don't want to change, like, you don't want to change on the day of the meet, because that's going to just make you stressed out and panicky.
Warrior.
Yeah, the athlete warrior is someone fully committed to sport and life, someone willing to face every day and every workout with eyes open, heart open, and ready to push their body to the maximum. It is an athlete ready to do your sport with no regrets. An athlete warrior practices fearlessness. Fearlessness is facing adversity, pushing themselves, and being a team leader. The athlete warrior does not back away from difficult situations. They are ready to face your sport and life with a big, full-hearted, come on. I don't know. Whatever.
Everything you said, I said breathe. It's all breathe.
As this talks about the athlete warrior, the thing about compassion. The athlete warrior is incredibly strong. He or she is awake, alive, and in touch with both the joy and the sorrows of the world. She pulls a lot from like Eastern philosophy, which I don't know.
Who is this?
What's philosophy?
This is Doc Allie. She's a sports psychologist.
I feel like you go to all of these like biographies, and the like name of the company is like ToiletKids.com.
This is called Head Games. Okay, so
Games.
Oh gosh.
the athlete warrior is strong enough to feel the struggles of others and ease their suffering. They are not afraid of pain, but invite pain in order to live fully. The athlete warrior stands with strength, courage, but also with a tear of compassion running down his cheek. This paragraph. The athlete warrior knows that supporting and confronting can both be forms of compassion. Sometimes a teammate needs a pat on the back, and sometimes a teammate needs a kick in the butt.
See that? It stuck to my wrist. Okay.
A superior gymnast has the wisdom to know when each is needed and has the ability to confront with skill and kindness. The athlete warrior is compassionate yet disciplined with themselves. They understand the difference between motivation and deflation. They are patient yet disciplined with themselves and others. They don't take things personally and hold grudges. They don't label and judge, but rather understand human nature and the ways we all struggle in the world. So,
Pack your shoes.
what?
Pack your shoes. Your shoes? Yeah, your
Okay,
shoes.
thanks.
Yeah.
Be compassionate to your teammates. Don't judge others or participate in gossip. I think we're actually really good about being compassionate as a team. So today is mental choreography for vault and floor.
That looks like an I-O.
Okay, so get ready to write your choreography after I explain this. Let's see. For vault, let's start with vault. Write down what you're thinking before you run, during your run, and during your vault. Okay? So that's just pretty much like 3 things. So write
What
like,
if you don't think anything?
well, you should at least be thinking something before.
Okay. Before. Hopefully Kelsey catches me.
No, Brooke.
Yes, that's what I think.
No, don't. That's not what you should be thinking. Let
What
me
did you just say?
reread.
Hopefully I don't die.
Let
Wait,
me
the last one was
reread.
good, but this one.
Hold on, no. Hold.
Do I have to
let
write
me-
all my
Yes, that was
directions
good,
out?
Faith.
Hang on. Let
That
me
was
read.
good.
Let me
The
read.
last one was good, but this one be better. That's good.
Why? Well, how do you know the last one was good? What if the last one was
What if she wants to tell herself it's good?
Faith, whenever.
What if it's your
you
first
know, okay, That last one was awful, but this one would be even worse.
What is your first one?
Well, okay, let me read the thing, okay?
Wait, so we're doing before, during your run?
Yeah, so there's mechanical statements, energy statements, and self-esteem statements. So mechanical statements are statements reminding you of a physical or mechanical technique, like lift, then twist, higher arms, and breathe. Energy statements are statements that evoke an emotional response, like go, push here, and relax. Self-esteem statements are statements that encourage self-confidence, like I can do it, I've done it before, this is easy, and be the best I can be. We did beam mental choreography for floor, it's kind of the same kind of thing. So you basically, it's like a minute 30 seconds for most people. So if you
A minute 14.
whatever it is, for that whole time,
Minute
you need to
12.
be thinking something and like controlling your thinking so you're not like having crazy thoughts. So you want to have something, let's see, for basically like every thought you want to be thinking during your routine. So from the beginning, during like starting even in like your first pose, whatever it is, like have something that you're thinking, and then like
Have fun.
in your dance, have something. So what I would do is like I would have like a first pose thought, and then like thoughts during each little part of dance, and then parts like before and maybe during each skill. I really don't think during my
Maybe, like,
during my
tumbling?
skills, but like yeah. So Brooke, go.
I just think when you're fine.
So just remember that, and if you like, you can text me if you want, if you have questions about it.
Thanks, sweet girl.
You know Molly's
You're
gonna keep you over now.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna turn this off. Do you want to say bye to the video?
Goodbye.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. See y'all next week.